My name is Jessica Robinson. I'm a second-year full-time MBA student at Fordham University, and I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio. On campus at Fordham, I'm one of the co-presidents of Fordham Women in Business, and I'm also a graduate student ambassador for the Gabelli School of Business. And prior to coming to pursue my MBA, I worked within the supply chain as well as marketing production in the retail industry. And when I was in the supply chain, I worked on a very cross-functional team with members in packaging, sourcing, operations, and other supply chain teams. And we worked on post-commercialized products for the business. After being in that role for about a year, I moved over to the creative services team and moved to the marketing production team. And while in that role, I managed all the product for photo shoots that the brand would use for assets on social media as well as in stores. And I also was able to contribute towards booking photographers, stylists, and crew members for the photo shoots and assets that we needed. So after working in both of those roles for about 3 years, that's when I decided to pursue my MBA at Fordham. Having both experience in supply chain and marketing, I definitely was able to see two different perspectives of a business and how they both contributed towards the end goal of providing products to the consumer in stores. And so having both of those perspectives, I was able to see how both teams work together or both areas work together to provide a final product for consumers, while also getting exposure into leadership at the company that I was at and seeing how they thought through and worked through different challenges, how they worked together with different teams, cross-functional teams, to solve different business solutions. And just seeing that thought process, seeing how they worked through the process made me very excited to want to pursue an MBA to get that education on myself and really get to understand how all the different functions of a business work together to get to that end goal. And so that's where I found that, one, asking myself about the type of leadership that I wanted to have, as well as where I wanted to grow within marketing, and how I wanted to use my experience in supply chain to really add on to my experience in marketing, how they mesh really well together to move into deeper marketing roles. Asking myself about those questions and really identifying where in marketing I wanted to grow, as well as the type of leadership that I wanted to gain, and those skills are the questions that I asked myself to help me identify that MBA was going to be a good fit for me. I also just personally had a goal to get my MBA, just a personal goal. So my career interests and then my personal goal really fused together really well there. And so it made it an even easier decision for me to decide to go back to school. I definitely looked at the program, what type of rigor or what type of curriculum they taught students. I also looked at the community, how I felt when I was on campus or how I felt when I was speaking with students or advisors. That was really important within my decision, is that sense of community, the sense of the type of culture that the school had for students. As well as one other aspect that was really important for me was an international experience, a school that had a program or had opportunities to learn about business in an international landscape, learn about how both American companies and other countries work together, as well as having opportunities to travel to different countries as well. And that was important to see if that was already fused into the program or if it was something I would have to take extensive measures to find on my own opportunities. So the programs that already had it within the programs that had those opportunities already within the program were really important, and they kind of stood out to me even more. So I think those were the main three, as well as cost. I think cost is always important, but the main three were just the community as well as the international education and overall the program and the curriculum that I would be gaining while being a student at that school. So the culture at Gabelli is very supportive. Everyone really truly wants to help each other. And I've really made genuine friendships from this program because of the culture and the unique experiences that all of us bring together. It just creates such a really great community that I think that is just very unique for Fordham. Truly, everyone wants to help. Everyone's super supportive. I have classmates that if they see opportunities that we think each other would be really great for or interested in, we'll send it to each other. Like, it's a very helpful environment to be in, because we want to see everyone get to the end of this program together. We want all of us to have really great opportunities and career perspectives after we graduate. And so we all want to help each other reach that end goal. As well as just overall, we have a lot of fun together. All of our personalities, we're all different, but we all mesh really well together. There's just something about the way that all of us really connect in a unique way. And so I think that made this program even more beneficial, because it's like I get to come out of this with friends. I get to come out of it with people that I think are going to be really great connections in the future, as well as just overall, we just really work well together and we got to know each other in a really genuine way, which I think is a really important part of the MBA program. So I'm glad that I was able to get that and experience that throughout my personal experience. Gabelli definitely has a marketing concentration. I think the marketing chair and area do a really great job of showcasing various areas of marketing, various careers, and through all of our classes, I think we touch on all of the different areas that a student could work in within marketing. They also have different programs, even outside of the full-time MBA. There's other master's programs that touch on marketing, and I'm in classes with a lot of the other students within those programs. So it's really cool that I'm able to learn from their perspectives. Even though they're not in the full-time MBA program, I'm still able to learn from their backgrounds, the experiences that they had before coming to get their master's program. And I think that also helps with just learning all the different areas and options, career options within marketing. But they have a lot of programming outside of even the classes, extracurricular opportunities, they have case competitions. They have various workshops that students can take part of. I've been able to do a couple of those as well. And I think that it also just overall adds into understanding marketing, all the different perspectives of it, as well as just growing deeper into it, even outside of the classroom. I think that those extra experiences outside the classroom are very beneficial and add towards the overall marketing concentration that is offered at Gabelli. I definitely think that I have learned so much about marketing throughout this program. And what I definitely feel that I've learned is that everything truly starts at the consumer. Everything starts with the customer. And always keeping that in mind throughout my career, I think it's going to be very, very beneficial, because it all goes back to what the consumer needs, what the consumer wants are, and providing a product or service that meets that consumer need and provides that solution in the market for them. And so I think that that's one thing that is definitely drilled down to us at Fordham, is always going back to the consumer, looking and starting there, as well as being creative and understanding that there's so many different sources of where you can find inspiration within marketing, in any role in marketing that you're in. So to be able to be always looking for different inspirations in the market, what's happening on social media, all of it is really impactful and all works together within a marketing role. And keeping an eye out for that is also very important. It's something that I've started to develop throughout my MBA program, is always looking to see what's happening, what different trends there are, as well as how what I notice that different brands are doing might be just like, I think more so taking inventory in my own of just looking to see what different brands are doing, how they're doing it, how they're executing, what they're looking to market to their consumers, and how that marketing is received by their consumers on social media or through various other advertising measures. All of that is something that I definitely developed throughout my MBA program as well. And I think that's something that I will take on for sure throughout my career as well. I think I would say resiliency. The resiliency that throughout this MBA program has, for myself, has really strengthened a lot, because going through the MBA program, I think is naturally a very challenging process, just with learning so much. It's accelerated. You're going through and learning so much all at the same time. But doing that along and during a pandemic, I think adds on another level of challenges that a lot of us had to overcome this past year. And I think that going through this program during a pandemic definitely strengthened my resiliency to continue to go after it, step out of my comfort zone, reach out to people. And overall, it brought me up to another level that made me more flexible now. I think as an employee in the future, I'll be able to adapt to really any environment I'm placed in because of this experience. And I think that people that knew me before my MBA would probably absolutely second that and say that this experience and having that resiliency now will absolutely help me be flexible and challenge me in a different way that I think will stick with me throughout my career by being able to be so flexible and being able to adapt in various different ways, more so than I thought I probably could have before starting my program. I would say that it was difficult just because it's New York. It's fast paced. It's so different than Ohio, but I've always wanted to live in New York. And so having the opportunity to go, I was really excited as well. So I would say that it was a challenge, but I really have enjoyed it. I think that it's such a fun city, especially to learn and go to graduate school there. So many different companies to learn from, to experience, to network with, and just being at the hub of business in the United States is just an incredible opportunity. And so I definitely think that deciding to go to pursue my MBA in New York City was a great opportunity. And I'm glad that I had that opportunity to attend Fordham and be able to do that. Fordham Women in Business is a club that I was part of within my first year, the MBA program. And it's a club that's very near and dear to my heart because it truly is a platform and a community for women in business where we're there to support each other. We're there to provide different workshops and opportunities to network with each other. We have women from various industries coming to campus to have conversations with us about their careers, some of the challenges that they've had. And it's really a great opportunity to learn from some women that are in the business right now in various roles and opportunities that some of our community members might be interested in the future. And to hear from them and get their wisdom has just been such an incredible opportunity throughout both years that I've been part of the club. And we do a conference each year, which is another great opportunity that we have various women come back to campus and speak to us even furthermore about their experiences, as well as do workshops and training so that we can really get our community ready and prepared to go into the workforce with a different lens of understanding how to navigate corporate America as a woman and the nuances that some of us have to overcome, but also creating that environment of support, knowing that we have people in business that we can go to for support, for questions, for mentorship. All of that is really important to us. And so as being a co-president of the club, it's exciting to be able to continue that legacy on campus, to continue that conversation for our community members, and just to make sure that they feel supported and that they feel like they have that support going into their careers and while on campus during this program. So it's been a great opportunity. I really have loved being part of the club for both years, and I'm excited to even for the rest of the semester to see what we'll do for the club. I would say that it's definitely an opportunity for the MBA program to really learn about yourself, learn about where you want to grow within your career and the impact that you want to make within business. And I think having an idea of what it is that you want to do and how the MBA is going to impact and really move your career forward, having an idea of that before coming into the program is so important and is something that I think taking the time to really think about is going to be beneficial in the long term, because when you have an idea of what you want to do and you know how the MBA is going to help you get to that final end goal, you're able to hit the ground running within the program, finding different opportunities and extracurricular activities that can help build those skills that you need in order to get to that end goal. And it just makes the experience so much more rich by having that insight and having that idea of how you want to use the MBA and where you want to go in the future. But I would also say, don't be afraid to pivot once you start the program. If you find something that you're really interested in and it's exciting and you're like, wow, I think this is a great fit. Don't be afraid to pursue that and look into it a little bit more, because this program is also an opportunity to just grow and learn. And I would say take advantage of those opportunities to grow and learn, because it just overall makes the program and your experience more grand, and it's definitely a great opportunity to be able to take those perspectives and move it forward within your career. So I definitely say it's a fun program, so definitely pursue it if you really want to. And I think that it'll be a great opportunity for your career, definitely.